So this is Redmi Note 10 Pro Max, and it's probably the last legendary phone that Redmi ever released, and Redmi 11, 12 and 13 were just meh. So yeah, in this video we will see if this thing can hold up in 2024. So yeah, let's begin. Now let's talk about the build quality first, and as you can see, it is made up of glass. If you ignore my artistry here, then you can see that it is a really nice looking back panel. It doesn't really look like 20,000 from any angle, and the frame is plastic, as you can see. I think it really feels premium in the hand. And then you have two speaker holes, one on the top and one on the bottom. Then there is this type C charging port, a headphone jack, volume rockers, power button and a SIM tray. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, there is also one air blaster signature move from Xiaomi. It really feels premium in the hand because it is curved from the back side. Overall finish of this device is really premium for the price. Now let's talk about something that really helped this device to grab attention that it deserved, and that is the display. Now at that time, either you got an 60Hz AMOLED display or you got 120Hz IPS LCD display. So you, in the budget range at least, you could not expect like 120Hz AMOLED display. This device made it possible. They gave 120Hz AMOLED display, and overall the display of this device is really good. Just like an AMOLED, this display also has punchy colors, deep contrast and true blacks. And obviously you can go into the settings and tweak the display to your liking, like you can set the colors to natural or vivid, or if you want warm colors or cool colors. So yeah, that is something you can set in the display settings. Now another thing that really helped the Pro Max version especially to grab attention was this 108 megapixel camera. Now as we have come to see that megapixel are majorly gimmicks, like 108 megapixel isn't as better as you would think from like a 50 megapixel or 64 megapixel sensor. So basically what really matters is the sensor size that they have fitted into the device, and also the ISP on the processor. So that matters more than the megapixels. But this device clicks fairly good pictures, and even in 108 megapixel mode it captures fairly good details. So yeah, it was a major selling point of this Pro Max phone at that point, that it had a 108 megapixel camera, and for the price it clicked really good pictures. Now even today I would argue that it clicks great pictures, and if you compared it to like recent mid-range devices of the same price, even a bit higher price, then I'll say it can still compete neck to neck to those devices as well. And here are some of the sample shots that you can see. Now let's discuss about something that really has fallen apart in 2024, especially in the older mid-range devices, that is performance. Now we have come really far from what this device was capable of in 2021. So it in Antutu benchmarks it scores like 3,50,000 or 3,60,000, and even today's mid-range devices can easily score like 6 to 7 lakhs, even if they are not like performance oriented phones. Even then they can easily score like 6 to 7 lakhs. And if you go for like Poco F6 or something like that, then it can, or Poco X6 Pro, then they can even cross 1 million mark. So yeah, this wasn't a performance oriented or gamer oriented phone from the start. But even if you compare today's non-gamer or non-performance oriented phones, then even then it falls significantly behind those devices that are released today in 2024. So yeah, the performance might be a weak case in the case of this device. And even in like BGMI or PUBG or whatever you say, you can only play at like 40 fps and smooth graphics, and most of the phones that are released today can play easily at 60 fps. So yeah, and some can even go as high as 90 fps. So yeah, it does really lag significantly behind the competition in 2024. Now talking about the software support of this device, the official software support has ended, and it will not receive any more like Android updates. The major software updates ended with the Android 13, and this didn't receive any official Android 14. Now I quote the term official because this device is very popular in custom ROM community, and if you are willing to take a slight risk to improve the device performance, security and some new features, then you can definitely check out the custom ROM forums on Telegram and enjoy Android 14 right on this device. Now talking about the battery life and the battery capacity on this device, this device comes with like 5020 mAh battery, 5020 mAh battery, and the battery life on this device is amazing. Like I have used this device for 1.5 years, and the battery has probably degraded below 80%, and but this device still lasts me easily for a day or even more. So yeah, the battery is really good, and the battery health is also really good, and the charging that is provided is 33 watts. So yeah, it is pretty slow by today's standards, where you can easily get like 65 watts or 70 watts or even 100-200 watts of charging. Even in like Xiaomi 13 Pro Plus, there is like 120 watt charging support. So yeah, by that standard this is pretty slow, but it also offers more battery health. So yeah, there's that. Now talking about some other minor stuff like how is the audio quality, then let me give you a demo of audio quality. So this is like 50% of the audio, and I basically maxed out all the Dolby Atmos features. So yeah, out of the twilight, I feel I'm rising, go up below me, and see you crying, and there's a whisper that I'm but I will follow, and this is 100%. So yeah, that is basically the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max for you. Now if you are considering to buy this device in 2024, then I'll say that you probably can't buy it new, and even if you can, then you don't have to pay 20,000 for this device, and you probably can't even buy this device new. And if you are planning to buy it second hand, then there is one thing to consider, that this thing will not receive any major OS updates from the Xiaomi itself. I'll say only buy it if you are planning to install custom ROM on it, and if you are not planning to install a custom ROM on this device, even then this is a pretty good deal, but you will miss out on a lot of Android features that will be arriving soon with the latest Android updates. And other than that, I don't see much issue. So the only thing that I do not like about this device is the MIUI. Now in general, MIUI is not a bad skin, but that applies to devices that have more processing power, that have more like powerful processor. But in this device, actually I came back to MIUI just for the sake of this video, and honestly it brought back many horrible memories. Like the MIUI is not as fluid as some other UIs that is like the One UI or even the stock Android for that matter. And I can clearly see like jitters and stutters in even doing minor stuff like turning on, turning off Bluetooth, and then basically opening any apps, YouTube or anything like that. I can clearly see the stutters and jitters. But as soon as I like switch to a custom ROM on this device, like this device becomes something else. Like it has a split personality disorder, and that this device is like blazingly fast, and that thing says that MIUI is just killing this device. And if you plan to buy this device, then don't stick with the MIUI at all. Just put a custom ROM into it. Any custom ROM will do. I did a something OS review. If you want to install that ROM, then go ahead and install that ROM or Evolution X or anything, but try and install a custom ROM on this device. That is what most people do with this device after the support ends. Some people like me, even they don't even wait for official software update or anything like that. They just plug it into a computer, install custom recovery, and then install a custom ROM. That is major USP of this device to many people out there like me, the ability to install custom ROMs. So yeah, if you are planning to flash custom ROMs, then definitely you can install. There is a huge community of custom ROMs for this device, and if you buy this device, then you definitely will not be disappointed, especially in the terms of custom ROMs. So yeah, that basically that concludes our review for this device. And if you like this video, then give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.